Morning, guys. February 20th, Wednesday, 2019. Looks like the 4 p.m. snowstorm decided to start at 9 p.m. So that's alright. Gives us a little bit of a break, I guess. I don't know why the boss parked their car in front of the snowplow. Probably so I could move it for her. Anyway, I'm gonna move that thing over then and just wait for it to pile up. Although I gotta finish that set of jigs that I'm making. I'll do that today. Have a good one. Hang in there. There's more winter coming. You guys up in New York, if we're getting this, let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's 7 hours early. So you guys ought to be getting this in a couple of hours then as well. John, it's on its way. Okay guys, so what I've got here is I've got the key for the siding jig, and I have this set in such a way that when I put this on here, I want the square sides to be just over this direction and that way, the thickness of the metal, which is about 1/8 of an inch. So that'll work right there. I put a couple holes in here to get some weld in there real fast when I go to weld this thing. I'm going to put a glove on because it's going to be kind of close fit there. Just hold on a second. Okay, so like I said, what I'm after is just to extend past this side and this side a very little bit, just enough to get it to have a little lip there. It should be good. Okay, so I'm going to grind that off and that should be good. All this is a washer for on here. That's all it is. Like a washer, just to keep this pin from falling out of the box. So I'll grind this off and stuff and see if it needs any more weld on it. And then when I put that into the box, I'll be cutting this and I'll show you that as I go. Let me repeat myself there because I don't know if the camera saw that. I have this on here so that it's just a little bit overextending this way and up this way. So when I go to turn this thing flat, from a bevel cut to flat, none of this is going to interfere with the wood. I have to grind maybe a little bit off there, whatever. I'm okay with that. And then I'm going to be cutting this right where it comes through the opposite side and put a handle on here. And that handle acts as an indicator as to whether you're cutting a bevel cut or a flat cut. Okay guys, so this piece of steel that I have here is just going to act as a handle. Basically you're looking at a 4-inch piece. That's about the width of a man's hand normally, or anybody's hand. Okay, so this piece then, now you can see I have the washer welded on there. I didn't grind it yet, but I'm just getting some pieces ready here. This piece will get put on here. Now, once this is welded together, obviously you can't take this apart anymore. So you want to watch how you weld it, you know, that you're, give yourself a little bit of slack in case you need it, because it's not going to hurt anything. So then what this does is it turns this so that you get the flat cut, or you'll turn this so you get the bevel cut. You know, that's how this works. So I need to cut this off here yet, this end. So let me just mark this. Cut it right here. And then I'll weld this on, and it has to be welded on while it's in the inside the jig. Okay guys, so I have this in the vise, and imagine this being over the bunk. Okay, this end would be against the stop. Okay, so you got your cant on there. When you have a square 8x8 cant or whatever size, it could be like 8x12, you could probably stretch this to 10 inch if you wanted to, although you're going to be out to here. It should be a different size jig, but regardless, if you're working with 8 by something, alright, so the first cut you would make, you would put these up like that, aim the handle straight out. That's a bevel cut. So what you do is you come down so far, whatever thickness you want the first cut to be. Usually you would go down so that the widest part of the board is 1/2 inch, and that's a clear 1/2 inch of wood now, not just to the, you know, wide part of the blade. You want to make sure the teeth are down below that 1/2 inch part, and you can do that with the wood miser because it works in 1/16. So you make your first cut's a bevel cut, then you just throw that down, make another cut, that's a flat cut, up for a bevel cut, down for a flat cut. That's all you do, back and forth. Now you have to do it to the two of them, but this is how it works. And you want to make sure, like I say, that this is even on the top here inside. So there's not much to it. There's a lot of slop here, which is fine, because when you're working with this, if you pull out on it while you're working it up and down, you'll find a sweet spot that's good for you, and all you got to do is just keep cutting. You know, you make a cut, take the board off, flop these down. Make a cut, take the board off, flop these up. Back and forth. Now I'm going to ground this handle off here so it's not sharp, you know, to the touch. And then I'm going to paint this, and that's the end of that. So guys, thanks for hanging in there with this video series of making this thing. I know it's been a little bit long and not everybody's interested, obviously, from the views, but it is what it is. And you know, wintertime, right now I have nothing to do with the sawmill. I can't get out there, I can't cut, nothing, so I'm doing the best I can with everything else. I do have a busy day every day though, just so you know. Alright, so guys, again, it's that simple. Have a good one. Gotta cut this off yet, grind that round so it doesn't have any sharp edges on it. Then I can primer this. Okay guys, that's the second one of the set. Gotta cut the hole in here and put the key in, and that's it. I'll wait, we'll go out in a minute. Hope I don't like the smell of paint. Neither do I, but I'm going to leave here in a second. I have a blower that blows paint out of the garage. The problem with it is that it brings cold air in. Well guys, I'm taking Bullseye for a walk. You can see how far I am here now. We're in good shape with this. Everything will work out good. I think I got to pick up a can of orange paint. Have a good one, guys. Well, John, up there in New York, I don't know what you got, but we only got like 2 inches. I plowed it just for the sake of it, but we got about 2 inches of snow, and you can feel there's ice, or as you say, sugar falling. So I don't know what it's amount to. No, I don't think it's going to be much. Wednesday.